Growing older often comes with small reminders that our bodies are changing. Maybe it's noticing that stairs feel a little steeper than they used to, or that carrying groceries leaves your arms sore for days. These are not just random inconveniences, they're warning signs that muscle is quietly slipping away. What many people don't realize is that after the age of 60, adults can lose up to 1 to 2% of their muscle every year if nothing is done to stop it. That may not sound like much, but over time it adds up. Less muscle means weaker legs, slower walking, more falls, and a greater risk of losing independence. And it's not just strength we're talking about. Muscle plays a vital role in keeping your brain sharp, your metabolism steady, and your immune system strong. But here's the good news. Muscle loss isn't inevitable. Along with regular movement and a protein-rich diet, certain supplements can act like reinforcements for your body. They provide the raw materials and signals your muscles need to grow, repair, and protect themselves even in your later years. The problem is that most seniors are never told about these options. Many are taking supplements that do little more than drain their wallets, while the ones that could truly help them stay strong are often overlooked. That's why today, we're going to break down 6 scientifically backed supplements that every senior should know about if they want to preserve muscle, stay active, and enjoy their golden years without fear of weakness or dependency. These are not exotic pills or miracle cures. They're nutrients your body already understands but often doesn't get enough of as you age. Think of them like fuel for your muscles and brain. With the right combination, you can slow down the clock, protect your independence, and keep doing the things you love for years to come. So let's dive into number 6, the supplement that acts as the very foundation for preserving strength after 60. Number 6, protein powder, whey or plant-based. You've probably been told all your life that protein is important, but here's what most people don't realize. After 60, your body doesn't use protein as efficiently as it once did. This means that even if you're eating chicken, fish, or beans, your muscles might not be able to absorb and convert enough of it into strength. Scientists call this anabolic resistance, and it's one of the biggest reasons seniors lose muscle faster than younger adults. Think about it this way. Imagine you're trying to fill a bucket with water, but the bucket has a slow leak at the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, you're always losing some of it. That's what aging does to protein metabolism. And if you don't compensate, the result is shrinking muscles, weaker legs, and slower recovery from even small activities like gardening or walking around the block. That's where protein supplements come in. Whey protein, which comes from milk, is considered one of the best because it's rich in essential amino acids, especially leucine. Leucine is the signal that tells your muscles, wake up and grow. Without it, the body struggles to repair and build new muscle fibers. Research from the National Institutes of Health has shown that seniors who add a whey protein supplement to their day maintain significantly more muscle mass compared to those who don't. But what if you can't tolerate dairy? That's where plant-based proteins like pea, soy, or rice protein come in. While they may not be quite as rich in leucine, when blended correctly, they can give you the same benefits without upsetting your stomach. Many seniors actually do better with plant-based protein powders because they're easier to digest. The best part is how simple it is to use. 1 scoop in water or blended into a smoothie can give you 20 grams of high-quality protein, which is the sweet spot for stimulating muscle growth in older adults. Compare that to just eating a slice of toast or a sugary snack, and you can see why so many people struggle with weak legs. And this doesn't just affect your muscles. Protein is also the building block for brain chemicals called neurotransmitters. These control your mood, focus, and memory. Seniors who get enough protein often notice they feel clearer and sharper mentally, not just stronger physically. If you've ever felt like your arms and legs are shrinking despite eating well, it may not be your fault. Your body simply needs a stronger signal. Protein supplements provide that signal in a way that is quick, easy, and backed by science. For many people over 60, this one change can mean the difference between struggling with daily tasks and continuing to live with strength and independence. So if you want to give your muscles the best fighting chance, don't think of protein powder as something just for athletes. Think of it as fuel for staying on your feet, protecting your independence, and keeping your body and mind strong for years to come. Number 5, vitamin D with magnesium. You've probably heard of vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin, but here's what most people don't realize. For seniors, low vitamin D isn't just about weaker bones. It's one of the silent drivers of muscle weakness, fatigue, and even falls. And when paired with low magnesium, which is incredibly common in older adults, the problem gets even worse. Think about how it feels when your legs just don't seem to respond the way they used to. Climbing stairs feels heavier, standing up from a chair takes longer, and your balance feels just a little shaky. That isn't always age itself, it can often be traced back to a lack of vitamin D. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, older adults with low vitamin D levels are nearly twice as likely to experience muscle weakness and mobility problems compared to those with healthy levels. Here's the science in simple terms. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, but it also switches on genes inside your muscle cells that tell them to grow stronger. Without enough of it, your muscles can't contract efficiently, which leaves you feeling unsteady. That's why seniors with vitamin D deficiency often report feeling like their legs are giving out beneath them. But here's the twist. Vitamin D doesn't work well without magnesium. Magnesium is the helper mineral that activates vitamin D in the body. If you're low in magnesium, your vitamin D stays stuck in an inactive form, almost like having a car with gas in the tank, but no key to start the engine. Studies from Harvard and the NIH have found that nearly half of seniors don't get enough magnesium, and that combining the two supplements is far more effective than taking vitamin D alone. Adding this combo can make a visible difference. Seniors who correct vitamin D and magnesium deficiencies often notice more steady energy, stronger legs, and fewer muscle cramps. One study showed that adults over 65 who raised their vitamin D levels significantly cut their risk of falling, which is one of the biggest threats to independence in later life. You don't need massive doses either. In fact, too much can be harmful. Most experts recommend around 800 to 2,000 IU of vitamin D daily for seniors, along with 300-400 milliliters of magnesium, either from supplements or foods like leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. When combined, these two nutrients become a powerful defense against muscle loss and frailty. Imagine the difference it makes. Instead of avoiding long walks out of fear that your legs will give way, you feel steady. Instead of needing to grab onto a railing for every small step, you can move with confidence. This isn't about reversing the clock, but about making sure your body has the fuel it needs to stay strong and stable. Vitamin D with magnesium is one of the simplest and most powerful supplements for seniors. It's not just about avoiding osteoporosis. It's about keeping your muscles firing properly, your balance steady, and your independence secure. Number 4. Creatine Monohydrate. Most people think creatine is only for young athletes pumping iron at the gym, but here's what most seniors don't realize. Creatine is one of the most studied supplements in the world, and its benefits for older adults go far beyond muscle building. In fact, it may be one of the most powerful tools for preserving both muscle strength and brain function after 60. Picture this: you're trying to lift a heavy grocery bag, or you're standing up from a low chair. Your muscles depend on a compound called ATP, which is the body's quick energy source. Creatine works like a backup battery for ATP. It stores and delivers energy to your muscles when they need it most, especially during quick, powerful movements. Without enough of it, muscles fatigue faster, strength dwindles, and recovery takes longer. But here's the fascinating part. Research from universities including McMaster and Harvard has shown that creatine doesn't just fuel your muscles, it also supports your brain. The brain uses massive amounts of energy, and creatine helps keep that energy supply stable. Older adults who supplement with creatine have shown improvements in memory, attention, and even resistance to mental fatigue. For seniors worried about both physical decline and cognitive slowdown, this is a rare 2-for-1 benefit. One study found that older adults who took creatine while performing resistance exercises gained significantly more muscle strength than those who exercised without it. Another showed improvements in walking speed, a key indicator of longevity. On the mental side, seniors given creatine performed better on tasks requiring short-term memory and quick thinking. And unlike some supplements, creatine works fairly quickly. Many seniors notice better strength and energy within a few weeks. It's also safe when taken in recommended amounts. A standard dose is around 3 to 5 grams per day, often mixed in water or juice. It doesn't need to be cycled, and it doesn't require complicated timing. Of course, no supplement can replace the importance of daily movement. Creatine works best when paired with simple strength exercises, things like lifting light weights, using resistance bands, or even just practicing repeated sit-to-stands from a chair. Think of creatine as the fuel that helps your body respond to those movements with more power and less fatigue. The emotional impact here is huge. Imagine feeling strong enough to carry your grandchild without struggling, or steady enough to climb stairs without your legs trembling. Imagine being able to walk confidently across a room without worrying about stumbling, while also noticing that your mind feels sharper and more focused. These are the kinds of changes creatine can help support. For seniors over 60, creatine monohydrate may be one of the simplest and most effective supplements to add to a daily routine. It's affordable, safe, and backed by decades of solid science. And unlike fads that promise miracles, creatine delivers something far more practical: the ability to keep your muscles firing, your balance steady, and your brain engaged in the life you love. Number 3, vitamin D3 with K2. If there's one supplement that nearly every senior should be checking, it's vitamin D. But here's what most people don't realize. Taking vitamin D alone isn't always enough. To truly protect your muscles and bones, and to keep calcium going where it should, vitamin D works best when paired with vitamin K2. Think of vitamin D as the key that unlocks calcium from the food you eat. It helps your body absorb it from the gut and send it into your bloodstream. That's why vitamin D deficiency is linked to weak bones, frailty, and higher risk of falls. But here's the catch. Once the calcium is in your blood, it needs a guide to place it in the right spots, like your bones and teeth. Without guidance, calcium can settle in the wrong places, such as your arteries, kidneys, or joints. That's where vitamin K2 steps in. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic controller. It activates proteins that move calcium out of soft tissues and into your skeleton, where it belongs. When you combine vitamin D3 with K2, you're not just absorbing calcium, you're making sure it ends up in your bones instead of clogging your blood vessels. For seniors, this is critical. Weak bones mean fractures, and fractures often mean a loss of independence. A broken hip, for example, can take months of recovery and sometimes leads to permanent mobility decline. Harvard research shows that adequate vitamin D levels reduce the risk of falls by improving muscle function as well as balance. Add K2, and you're building not just stronger bones, but also reducing the hidden danger of artery calcification, which increases stroke and heart disease risk. Another benefit that often surprises people is the role of vitamin D in muscle strength. Studies have found that older adults with low vitamin D struggle more with leg strength and walking speed. By restoring healthy levels, many notice more stamina, fewer cramps, and a steadier step. And since vitamin D also supports the immune system, seniors often report feeling more resilient overall. The practical side is simple. Vitamin D3 is the form your body uses most efficiently. Many supplements now combine D3 with K2 in one capsule, making it easy to take daily. Depending on where you live, you may not get enough sun exposure for your body to produce vitamin D naturally, especially in winter. Blood tests are the best way to know your levels, but for many seniors, a daily dose of 1,000 to 2,000 IU is considered safe and beneficial. Imagine waking up without aching joints, feeling steady when you stand, and walking without fear of your legs giving way. Imagine knowing that your bones are fortified, your arteries are protected, and your muscles are being supported from the inside out. That's the quiet but powerful protection that vitamin D3 with K2 provides. For seniors who want to keep moving freely, avoid the setbacks of fractures, and stay sharp and steady, this combination is not just a supplement, it's a foundation for lasting independence. Number 2, omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. When most people hear omega-3s, they think of fish oil and heart health, but here's what often gets overlooked. Omega-3 fatty acids are just as important for preserving muscle and brain power as you age. And after 60, when both memory and strength can begin to slip, this supplement becomes essential. Your muscles are not just made of protein, they're made of living tissue that needs a steady flow of nutrients and oxygen to stay strong. Omega-3s, especially EPA and DHA found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, work like natural lubricants for your blood vessels. They keep circulation smooth, allowing your muscles to receive the nutrients they need to repair and rebuild. Without them, blood can become thicker and oxygen delivery slows down, leaving your legs feeling heavy and your recovery from even mild activity delayed. But omega-3s go a step further. They fight inflammation, which is one of the hidden reasons seniors lose muscle strength. Chronic, low-level inflammation signals your body to break down muscle tissue faster than it can rebuild. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that seniors who supplement with omega-3s increase muscle protein synthesis, the process of building new muscle even when their diet and exercise remain the same. And it's not just your muscles that benefit. The brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and DHA, one of the key omega-3s, is a primary building block of brain cells. Low DHA levels have been linked to memory decline, slower thinking, and even higher risks of dementia. Adding omega-3s helps protect the brain from oxidative stress, keeping your thoughts sharper and your mood steadier. Seniors who take them consistently often report not just better focus, but also a greater sense of calm and emotional balance. Here's another detail that doesn't get enough attention. Omega-3s improve neuromuscular function. That means they strengthen the connection between your brain and your muscles, making your movements quicker, steadier, and more coordinated. For seniors, this translates into fewer stumbles, stronger reflexes, and greater confidence when climbing stairs or walking on uneven ground. In other words, it's not just about preserving muscle, it's about keeping the mind-to-muscle link alive. The practical side is straightforward. While you can get omega-3s from fatty fish, most seniors don't eat enough of it regularly to keep levels high. Supplements, often in the form of fish oil or algae oil, a plant-based alternative, provide a reliable dose. Look for products that specify high levels of EPA and DHA, as these are the active forms your body uses directly. Many experts recommend around 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA daily for general support, though some seniors may benefit from more, depending on their health needs. Imagine sitting down to play with your grandchild and realizing you can lift them easily, or walking into a room and remembering exactly why you went there. Imagine feeling clear-headed, steady on your feet, and strong in your stride. That's the power of omega-3s, helping you hold on to both your physical independence and your mental sharpness as the years go by. Number 1. Beta-Alanine. Most seniors have never even heard of beta-alanine, yet it may be one of the most overlooked supplements for keeping your muscles strong and resilient after 60. Unlike protein or vitamins you've likely read about, beta-alanine works on a deeper level inside your muscle cells, where fatigue begins. Here's the science made simple. When your muscles work, they produce acid as a byproduct. That acid is what makes your legs feel heavy, shaky, or burn out quickly. Beta-alanine combines with another compound in the body to create carnosine, a natural buffer that neutralizes that acid. Think of it like having an internal shock absorber for your muscles, preventing them from tiring too soon. For seniors, this can be a game changer. A study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that older adults who took beta-alanine improved their walking endurance and reported less fatigue. This isn't about sprinting like a teenager again. It's about being able to walk longer without feeling your legs give out, climb stairs without gasping, and keep up with grandchildren without needing to sit down every few minutes. There's also an important connection to independence. Muscle fatigue is one of the top reasons older adults become less active, which then accelerates muscle loss and increases the risk of falls. By reducing that early fatigue, beta-alanine helps you move more, which in turn protects both strength and balance. It becomes a cycle of vitality instead of decline. Emerging research also suggests carnosine, boosted by beta-alanine, may protect brain function. High levels of carnosine have been linked with reduced oxidative stress in the brain, which is a key driver of memory decline. Imagine a supplement that doesn't just keep your legs steady but also helps your mind stay sharper with age. What makes beta-alanine unique is that its benefits build up gradually. It's not an instant energy spike like caffeine. Instead, consistent use over a few weeks raises carnosine levels in your muscles and brain, quietly fortifying them against stress and fatigue. The typical effective dose is about 2 to 3 grams per day, often split into smaller amounts to avoid tingling sensations that some people experience. The real value lies in quality of life. With stronger, less fatigued muscles, you don't just avoid weakness, you gain confidence. Confidence to walk in the park, to travel, to garden, or to dance at family celebrations. Confidence that your body won't betray you halfway through the day. Most people over 60 have never been told about beta-alanine, but it could be one of the keys to extending both strength and independence for years to come. Staying strong after 60 isn't just about lifting weights or eating more protein, it's about giving your body the specific tools it needs to fight back against muscle loss, fatigue, and decline. Every supplement we've talked about today has a unique role. Some build and protect muscle, others sharpen your brain. A few quietly reduce inflammation so your body can keep moving without pain. Together they create a foundation that supports your independence, your energy, and your ability to live the life you love. Think about it. Strength isn't just measured in how much you can lift, it's in whether you can get out of a chair without help. It's in climbing the stairs without stopping halfway. It's in carrying your groceries, walking in the park, or playing on the floor with your grandchildren. Muscle power and brain clarity are the twin engines that let you live freely. Once they slip, so does independence, and that's what we're fighting to protect. Science has shown us that muscle loss doesn't happen overnight. It starts quietly in your 40s and 50s, and by the time you hit 60, it speeds up. But the good news is that decline is not destiny. With the right nutrients and a few simple daily choices, you can slow, stop, and even reverse some of that loss. Imagine yourself 5 or 10 years from now. Will you be sitting on the sidelines wishing you had acted sooner, or will you be out walking, laughing, traveling, and living fully because you took the time to invest in your body today? That choice is in your hands right now. Supplements aren't magic pills, but they are powerful allies. When combined with smart nutrition, regular movement, and the determination to care for yourself, they can help you stay strong, sharp, and independent well into the years ahead. So, I'll leave you with this question. What small step will you take today to strengthen the future version of yourself?